Hey guys, you know it. Every day is awesome. We just have to get through it. Welcome to or welcome back to Human Velocity X. It's the place my name is never important. The message always is. Thank you for being. And today we're stepping into a space most people never touch because it requires honesty and a level of awareness most people never develop. Let me start with something simple, something you've lived 100 times. You ever walk into a room and the energy dips before anyone even says a word? And you glance around thinking, wait, did nobody else feel that? That right there is the beginning of the cost. Self-awareness isn't just an ability, it's a weight, a responsibility, a frequency you live in that most of the world doesn't even know exists. And once you begin seeing clearly, you lose the luxury of pretending you don't. That's the real cost, and we're gonna talk about it. The room you see differently than everyone else. You notice things most people don't. Not because you're trying to, because you can't not. You feel tension before it turns into conflict. You pick up insecurity hiding behind confidence. You sense resentment before it's spoken. You catch that tiny hesitation, the one that tells the truth before words do, while everyone else thinks they're just hanging out. You feel the room shift, like something's off. You don't announce it. You don't make it a scene, but you register it. Body first, a subtle tightening, heart next. This doesn't match. In your mind, just trying to keep up. You don't just see rooms, you read them. You understand people without needing explanations. That's awareness, and awareness has a cost. Because once you notice the current, you can't unnotice it. Even when it would be easier to just sit there and not feel a thing, but that's never been you. You don't just exist in rooms, you understand them. And whether anyone says it or not, you're usually right. When you notice what others ignore, there's a quiet sadness that comes with this. Not loud, not overwhelming, just present. Because you pick up on truths before other people even realize they exist. You sense someone pulling away before they understand they've started distancing. You feel betrayal forming before it has the courage to show itself. You notice emotional withdrawal before a single word is spoken. And sometimes, you try to check in, softly, carefully. Hey, are you okay? Hoping, honestly, that you're wrong. But they haven't caught up yet. So they look at you like you're reading too much into it, like nothing's changed, like you're imagining something, but you're not overthinking. You're early. And that gap between what you feel and what they can see, that's where the weight lives. Because being early often gets labeled as being too much, too aware, too sensitive, too quick to notice. But it's not too much. It's just ahead. And that misunderstanding, that quiet disconnect, that's part of the cost. And you've carried that more times than you probably admit. People think you overreact until time proves you right. Here's the part that almost makes you laugh. People will say, you're reading into it. You're too sensitive. You're imagining it. You're connecting dots that aren't there. And for a second, you almost question yourself. Almost. But then time does what it always does. It reveals. The shift you felt becomes visible. The pattern you noticed completes itself. The truth finally shows up. And suddenly, everything you sensed early is now obvious to everyone else. And the room goes quiet. Or sometimes, someone says it. I had a feeling about that. And you don't argue. You don't correct them. You just register. Because you know you felt it long before it had a name. The truth is, you don't need credit. You don't need validation. You don't need anyone to confirm what you already felt clearly. But that gap between what you recognize early and what others only see later, that space in between, that's the hard part. Because you live there, ahead of the moment, before the proof, before the agreement, and that distance, That quiet, consistent distance. That's one of the real costs of being self-aware. The mirror. The mirror you learn to stop ignoring. Self-awareness is a mirror that doesn't bend. It doesn't soften. It doesn't filter. It shows you what's there. You see your strengths clearly. You see your flaws honestly. You see your wounds without dressing them up. And you see your growth without needing anyone else to confirm it. But it doesn't stop with you. You see things in other people they're not ready to face. You see the wound behind their anger, the fear behind their confidence, the insecurity behind their control, the truth behind their excuses. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't pretend their intention matched their words when it didn't. You can't pretend they've changed when the pattern still feels the same. You can't accept an apology your system knows is empty, so you get quiet. Not because you don't understand, because you understand too well, and that creates distance. Because most people aren't looking at themselves that way yet. They're still inside a version they haven't questioned. And you're seeing the full picture, not to judge, just because you can't turn it off. And that's where the cost shows up. Because awareness protects you, but it also separates you from what others are still comfortable believing. And sometimes, that separation feels like standing alone in a truth no one else is ready to see. Not wrong, not early, just ahead. The rare moment someone actually saw you. But every now and then, not often, but enough, someone sees you. Not the version you explain, not the version you adjust, you. They notice your timing, your silence, the way you pause before things shift. They don't question it, they don't label it, they just recognize it. And something in you relaxes, not all at once, just enough. Your shoulders drop, your breath deepens, because for once, you're not ahead of the room, you're understood in it. And in that moment, a quiet realization settles in. I'm not hard to understand. I've just been around people who couldn't hear this. You don't have to translate yourself. You don't have to soften your awareness. You don't have to explain what you feel before it happens. They already get it. In that moment, that simple, rare alignment, it stays with you. Because it proves something you've questioned before. The problem was never you. You were never too much. You were speaking a language most people haven't learned yet. And every once in a while, you meet someone who's fluid. And when you do, you don't feel different. You feel matched. The weight of being the stable one. Awareness often comes with a role you didn't ask for. You become the stable one, the grounded one, the reliable one, the one people turn to when things don't make sense. You listen, you hold space, you absorb what others don't know how to process. And yes, you're good at it. But there's a cost. Once people see you as stable, they stop checking if you're tired. They assume calm means unbreakable. They assume quiet means unaffected. They assume strength means unlimited. But that's not what it is. Stability doesn't mean you don't feel pressure. It means you carry it without making it visible. It means you stay composed while still processing everything. And over time, that adds up. Not loudly, not all at once, just a quiet heaviness you don't always name. Because you're used to being the one others lean on. Awareness becomes responsibility, and responsibility becomes weight. Not crushing, just constant. And most of the time, you carry it without asking anyone to notice. Outgrowing people without trying to. Awareness changes your relationships. Even when you're not trying to change anything, you just Stop forcing what doesn't fit. You stop tolerating behavior that drains you. You stop explaining yourself to people who've already decided not to understand you. You stop shrinking just to keep things comfortable. You stop defending boundaries that shouldn't need defending. And it's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's subtle. You just move differently. And as you grow, people who aren't growing start to feel the shift. They call it distance. They call it change. Sometimes they even call it you being different. But it's not distance. It's clarity. You're not pulling away. You're seeing clearly what no longer aligns. And clarity doesn't argue. It doesn't chase. It adjusts. It steps back without needing to explain why. And yes, there's a cost. Because not everyone is meant to come with you into that next version. But outgrowing someone doesn't make you arrogant. It doesn't make you cold. It makes you honest. And honesty, even when it's quiet, reshapes the room whether anyone admits it or not. You're not angry. You already processed it. There comes a moment when your reactions change, not because you don't care, because you've already felt it. You don't explode. You don't argue. You don't chase. You don't demand closure. You just understand. Because the moment something shifts, you register it early. Body first, the quiet change, heart next. This doesn't match. And by the time it becomes visible, your mind has already caught up. You've already processed what just happened. So when others react, you're already still. Not because you're cold, because it's not new to you. You felt it forming days, sometimes weeks before it showed itself. So when the truth arrives, you don't need to fight it. You recognize it, you accept it, and you adjust. You're not detached, you're not numb, you're aware, and awareness moves differently. It doesn't burn bridges. It doesn't create scenes. It simply stops crossing where the path no longer holds. Quiet, clear, done. The isolation that comes with clarity. Awareness creates distance. Not loud, not dramatic. Just quiet space between you and what doesn't align. And it's not because you think you're better. It's not because you're disconnected. It's not because you don't want closeness. It's because you see clearly, without the blur, without the denial, without needing things to look better than they are. You expect honesty because you live it. You expect accountability because you practice it. You expect emotional maturity because you've earned it. And when that isn't there, you feel it immediately. Not as judgment, as difference, a quiet realization. We're not moving at the same level of truth. And that creates space. Not forced, natural. You don't pull away with emotion. You just stop leaning in. And the surprising part is, it doesn't always hurt. It just redirects you. Because once you see clearly, you can't pretend alignment where it doesn't exist. And that quiet clarity doesn't ask for permission. It simply moves you where you actually belong. The quiet strength you never celebrate. Here's what you forget. Self-awareness is heavy, and you still show up. Even when it's exhausting, even when it's lonely, even when it would be easier to just not feel so much. You could numb it. You could ignore it. You could pretend. You don't see what you see, but you don't. You stay with it. You stay honest. You stay aware. You keep moving without abandoning yourself, and that's strength. Not loud strength. Not visible strength. Quiet strength. The kind no one applauds, the kind no one thanks you for. The kind people don't even realize you're carrying. Because from the outside, you just look calm. But inside, you've done the work. You've faced things most people avoid. You've seen truths most people delay, and you kept going. Awareness doesn't make life easier. It makes it honest. And honesty, that steady, grounded honesty, it's not light. It's earned. And you've been carrying it longer than you admit, without dropping it, without walking away, without losing yourself. The moment you finally accept yourself, there's a shift. Not loud, not dramatic, but permanent. The moment you stop resisting what you've always been. The moment you stop wishing, you didn't see so much. Stop wishing, you didn't feel so early. Stop apologizing for understanding people more deeply than they understand themselves. Stop explaining your intuition to people committed to misunderstanding it. And when that shift happens, something opens. You don't force it, you just settle into it. Your walk changes, your choices change, your boundaries become clear without needing to be defended, and your peace, it feels different. Not because the world changed, because you stopped arguing with your own awareness. And that's when it clicks. Self-awareness was never the burden, it was never the problem. Fighting it was. And the moment you stop fighting, everything gets quieter, clearer, lighter. Not because you feel less, but because you finally stop turning against yourself. And once that stops, there's nothing left to fix, only something left to be. Here comes the identity. If you've spent your life seeing yourself honestly, if you've held yourself accountable even when no one else did, if you've outgrown relationships without trying to, if you've carried emotional weight that wasn't yours, if you've walked through moments people didn't understand until much later, if you've held truth quietly that others weren't ready to face, then hear this clearly. You are not too much. You are not distant. You are not overthinking. You are not imagining anything. You are awake. You are clarity in places that rely on confusion. You are awareness in spaces that avoid truth. And yes, it comes with a cost, but it also comes with something else. Precision. You read what's real before it becomes obvious. You feel patterns before they fully form. You move based on alignment, not appearance. That's not a flaw. That's function. You're not here to follow noise. You're here to recognize signal. You are a reasoner. You navigate nuance. You read emotional weather. You understand people without needing performance. You see truth when it's still quiet. And once you stop questioning that, once you stop minimizing it, you realize something simple. Awareness was never your burden. It's always been your strength. And now, you don't hesitate. You don't shrink. You don't explain yourself into silence. You move like someone who finally knows exactly what they are. Take a breath. Stay gentle with yourself. Awareness was never meant to be carried alone. Next time, we're talking about the peace you feel when you finally walk away. And why letting go is sometimes the most self-aware thing you can do. Every day is awesome. We just have to get through it. Dedicated to those who had to walk away from what they loved because their awareness wouldn't let them stay blind. Thank you for your silence. I'll see you in episode 12.